What's going on, everyone? It's Dan here, guys. I want to welcome you all back to yet another game update. This is for the month of June 2022. It's crazy. We're already at the halfway point of the year, basically. That's absolutely nuts. I can't believe it. 2022 seems like it just got started. You know what? It's just, we just got to accept it, man. We're all getting older, but we're getting wiser. But we're still playing video games. That's what it's all about. All right. Well, anyway, guys, we actually started off with a very lackluster kind of a month. Things are actually picking up towards the end of the month, toward the middle, towards the half end of things. Or sorry, halfway to the end of the month, where we're going to have a few more titles on our hands to play. However, the start of the month is a bit slower. There are some games coming out at the start of this month. However, I've opted out of them. I've opted not to do them. I've looked into the few games. There was one game that came out basically today that I was going to play, or thinking about playing. I shouldn't say I was going to, but I don't know. I just had a feeling. I got to trust my gut instinct. Whenever I have a feeling and I'm like, I know I'm not going to enjoy that, I've got to stick with it. I've been right 100% of the time. There has not been a moment where I'm not gonna like this game, and then I've liked it. Literally every single time I mean, even if I've tried it with an open mind, you know what I mean? It's like, I know what games I'm going to like. I can just foresee it. So I'm gonna keep my options open because I've decided to replace kind of this particular game and maybe a couple other games that would have released early this month with a game that isn't new, but I think you guys would like me to play. Now, this has been kind of back and forth in my head over the past week and a bit. I did poll you guys on whether or not you'd like to see it, and it was overwhelmingly positively yes. So we're going to go ahead and do it. So, guys, the first thing you're going to see this month, starting today actually, is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Once again, we have not played that game since 2019. Now, for those of you who are, followers of my old streaming page on Facebook, I actually had played this game non-live for this channel back in 2019. It wasn't a completionist run. It was just, I went through it. You know what I mean? I went through the game to the best of my ability, tried to get as much done as I could. There were still some things I didn't collect. I came close, but I didn't collect everything. So what I opted to do was later on in the month, later on a couple months later, I decided to replay it again for Facebook on a fresh save, except instead of just getting through it, go for 100% completion, go to Dathomir first. I don't know if you guys knew this, in my original run, I went to Dathomir pretty much last, but if you go there first, you can actually pick up the double-bladed saber attachment really, really early. So I ended up doing that. I ended up getting that, all the collectibles, 100% completion. I actually got all the trophies or / achievements as well. However, I did play it on Origin. Origin basically doesn't matter if you get achievements or anything like that. No one's going to remember because no one really plays on Origin. The reason I play on Origin sometimes is when EA releases a game, it's really easy to get, for the price of admission to having EA Play Pro, you get a ton of games for your money. So basically the amount of games I buy normally, it makes a ton of sense. Basically I can get like 4 releases or 5 releases for the price of 1. You know what I mean? So it's pretty awesome. On average, EA releases a good chunk of games, and even when they don't, there's some stuff. But I opted for there. I feel like any achievements I do get on Origin doesn't really matter. It's like playing, I don't know, it's like getting achievements on Uplay. You know what I mean? Like Uplay isn't even used anymore. Who cares? Even when you got achievements on Uplay, no one really tracked them. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? There's certain things that I like to keep track of, that whether it be Xbox achievements, PlayStation trophies, Steam achievements, those types of things. Those are the ones I like to go for. So I'll actually be playing it on PS5 because about a year ago, almost to the day actually, pretty close. About a year ago, they re-released Jedi Fallen Order with a PS5 upgrade. So they've gone ahead and improved the visuals, I believe made it 4K friendly, things like that, improved a bunch of things. So even though I've already got it on PC, I decided to go for PS5 because, number one, I figured it'd be a great way to track our progress by unlocking trophies. Plus, we can try and platinum the game because we've already got all the achievements, on Origin. So I figured, why not try platinuming the game? It'll be a little bit more easy to keep focused. And because it was dirt cheap, they had a insane sale on the deluxe edition. It's like right now you can actually get Jedi Fallen Order on PlayStation for like, I think it's $15 US, the deluxe edition, or $20 Canadian. Normally it's like 50 to 60, 50 to 65, depending on what, I'm just switching, but you get the idea. Now's a good time to get it, especially with the recent announcement at the Star Wars Celebration that they're going to be releasing Star Wars Jedi Survivor in 2023. So that was basically another reason. They just announced Star Wars Jedi Survivor for 2023. I figured, let's replay this game. My original all 100% completion run over on Facebook got deleted because Facebook cleared out, they turned into Twitch, and any stream doesn't save as a VOD anymore. They delete it after a certain period of time. So I ended up not being able to get that. So why not put it on YouTube where it'll be locked away? You know what I mean? You play the game, you lock it away. We'll go for 100% completion, try and get as much stuff as done, and plus it'll be fun to play in a slower time. So I know I kind of went on a bit of a, I started blabbing a little bit, but I wanted to mention that. I think it'd be fun. I had an urge to play the game, so why not play it? You know, once again for the channel, 100% completion. Why not, right? I'm sure you guys are on board with it, and being in stream, I can get more stuff done in one sitting. So there's perks all around. So anyway, let's move on. Next official game of the month actually releases on June 10th. I'm hoping to get an early copy. I have in the past, so let's hope for the best here. We have the Quarry. Now, if you guys don't know what the Quarry is, it's essentially another story-driven, your choices matter, decisions matter in the moment, where people can die and it'll change the outcome of the game. It's super massive. It's a super massive game. So the same guys who developed Until Dawn, all of the Dark Pictures anthology games, same guys. So except this takes place almost in a Camp Crystal Lakes type setting. There's a killer on the loose. It's basically like Friday the 13th, but with Supermassive's vision. So, and you know how they like to throw in a twist every now and then with some supernatural stuff as well, which I think is always really cool. But sometimes they throw in a twist and it ends up being not what you think. You know what I mean? That's what I love about Supermassive. I've always enjoyed their games, even if people said that they're kind of repetitive. I love them. Yes, I think they're really cool to go for. So that'll be done on the latest, the 10th of June. Now we're jumping a little bit of time. Like I said, guys, most of the releases are actually at the end of the month, and they're all like kind of back to back at the end of the month. I hate when they do that, but hey, it is what it is. We've got ourselves a few games that I'll be covering. First off, on June 23rd, I'm actually pretty psyched for this. We have Sonic Origins. What is it? It's basically a re-release, modernized version of Sonic's 1 through 3. So Sonic 1, Sonic 2, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I believe, is the official title. I forget. But it's essentially the original version with a classic mode and a modern mode. So you can rep the original Sonics in modern, I guess not modern, but like I guess upscaled, better frame rate. You know, it's still the side scrolling, still kind of it's 16-bit. I loved playing the original Sonics on the Sega Genesis back in the day, so I figured it'd be really cool to play this. But here's the cool thing: you're not pressured to, you know, you run out of lives, you restart the whole game. There is a modern mode, so if you do die, you can restart from a level or whatever, so you don't have to restart from the beginning. So they kind of modernized it, and they've added a few more modes and stuff like that. So it's basically a HD collection, but they've added a few things to make it more playable to more people, introduce more people into the franchise. You know, those people who weren't around when those games came out, and it's going to be a cool walk down memory lane. So basically the plan is to try and play each one of those games in one stream, which is definitely doable. They're not that long of games. The old games weren't that long, especially if there's no lives lost, you know what I mean? Like if you can, like, you just get through it and you don't have to worry about starting over. So I know people can speed run that game in insane amounts of time. When the average person, it will take you around 2 to 3 hours to complete. So it's not too bad. So we'll be playing back to back to back, hopefully try and get those as many done as possible. If we can knock out 2 of them in one day, that'd be sick, because we do have another game on the 24th. So on the 24th, we have a brand new indie style, I guess it is technically an indie, but psychological horror game called Madison. Now, this game, I love psychological horror games. It's, you know, first person, and you basically are being controlled by this demon. And, you know, the demon is forcing you to carry out this like ceremony. And it involves really heinous acts, and the main character is the one who has to basically do them through the demon is controlling him. So he's doing these crazy acts that we're gonna have to do. So we've got to try and survive it all, but we've got to make sure we don't, you know, I don't really know too much about other than that synopsis, but I saw some gameplay, use a camera. I think it's gonna be really cool. Psychological horror games hit differently because they're not like a standard horror game. They really do make you, they really mess with you. They really mess with your head. It's crazy, because I've seen some psychological horror games where they literally think of things that you would never have thought of, and like, that is creepy as hell. And there's always a deep meaning because it's all psychological, right? It always represents something. So psychological games, people usually think they mean they're jump scary. Yes, they can be, but they're all mentally scary. So when you think about it, like imagine being locked in a room with no way out, you know, forever and ever and ever and ever. You know what I mean? Like it's alarming. So stuff like that. You know, I'm really looking forward to that. It does come, like I said, it does come out on the 24th. Probably a one day kind of a game. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a good time, hopefully. All right, moving on towards the end of the month once again. We have, on the 28th, we have MX versus ATV Legends. I've actually never played any of the MX versus ATV games, but you know what? Ever since I started branching out over the last couple of years, I've been playing way more games. I played Monster Jam. I don't know if you guys remember that last year. Absolutely loved that game. And I figured we keep along this, you know, extreme sports genre. I've been playing a lot more extreme sports games, more racing games, things like that. The MX vs. ATV series has been around for years and years and years. A long time. This is the latest in that. I figured it could be a lot of fun, you know, kind of break things up from the usual stuff. So that'll be done on the 28th. I'll try and apply for an early code, but latest you'll see is the 28th at the end of the month, obviously. Now, moving on, we have on the last day of the month, June 30th, we have Outriders World Slayer. It's the first major expansion for Outriders. I did play that game a while back. It's been a minute since I played it, but there's a new story expansion. Now, Outriders was a game that started off a little slow for me, but then I got sucked into it and I started enjoying it a lot. So, especially after that major update that Outriders got, which added a ton of modes, but also improved gameplay. Apparently, it's worth replaying the game itself, like the actual game original. But now that we have an expansion, I feel like there's new stuff we can see and actually move on from. So I am looking forward to that. I think it'll be pretty cool. Close out the month nicely, but it's going to be tight because we do have something on the 1st, but I will be discussing what's going on the 1st a little bit later. So you'll have to bear with me on that one. It's going to be, like I said, it's all jam-packed. All these last few games are all within that last week. That last week is absolutely insane. So I'll do my absolute best to get things done, and it's possible because there's a game actually on the 1st, I might be able to get it earlier and might even do it during that week, in which case I will, you know, make sure you guys get an announcement. But right now, June is kind of tame for the first half, and then towards even when you get to the middle, it's like not even that bad. It's like the last week of June, it's just jam-packed. They couldn't just throw like 1 or 2 games at the start, you know what I mean? It has to all be at the end of the month. That's always what happens. It always cramps together. So we have busy months, we have like a busy week, and then it's like nothing for 3 weeks, and then it's like a busy week, busy 3 days, and then nothing. It's so frustrating, but hey, we do it. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna have some fun with those games. It'll give us a lot to do. Normally summer is kind of a dead month. Speaking on that, we do have some stuff going on in July as well that I cannot wait. I pushed my 500K milestone video or stream series is going to be done in July. I will mention that. I will finally announce it. I know it was supposed to be done earlier, but I wanted to wait till July, and I have my reasoning. So I will get started on that hopefully in the first week of July, but we'll get into that later on. But otherwise, guys, that is going to be it for the game update for June 2022. A lot of great games coming up. I'm excited. Now, I mean, it's cool to play new games, but it's also fun in between because we get to play older stuff, not even necessarily brand like super old, but you know, like Jedi Fallen Order to hype up other stuff. We get to go back and just play whatever we want at our own pace. I love that time. That's why I love the summer. It's not just new games, and it's just so aggressive all the time. You know what I mean? It's just nice and chill. We can have fun. It's nice outside, good weather, good vibes. You know, everything you're feeling good. So lots of cool stuff on the lineup. Just making sure I got everything there. Yep. All right, we should be good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What series are you looking forward to the most? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also comment if there's anything you feel I missed. Chances are no, but I scour. It's so funny how I'll scour like I have so many different sources of what games are coming out, and some of them still miss stuff. So you'll look on each and every one of those sources, and one that has games that another one doesn't, and then this one doesn't have that one. They never share. Each one will give you a piece of information of a game that the other one didn't. It doesn't make sense. I don't know why nobody knows. I guess all the changing dates, like sometimes they get information that it retracts. But either way, if you feel I missed anything, regardless, especially with DLCs, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to follow my social pages as well. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Discord. Those are all linked in the description. If you want to get a shirt or hoodie of mine, there's a link in the description for that. Also embedded feature right below the video here. Scroll down and see some of the goodies I have there. Big shout out to all the sponsors of the channel as well. DXRacer, Bones Coffee, Always Bearded, The Ridge Wallet, and Mad Rabbit Tattoo. And of course, Jinx Custom Controllers. I use all their products every single day, and you can check them out for yourself with the links in the description. Make sure you're using my promo code DANQ8000 to save at checkout on those guys. And finally, guys, be sure to sign up and check out the Team 8000 membership program. If you haven't done so already, there's 3 tiers available: entry, basic, and premium. That entry level is only 99 cents, super cheap, super easy to get into the program. You'll get perks. Obviously, the higher up in the tiers you go, the more perks and the better perks you'll get, but you will get perks like badges by your name, custom emojis to use in chat, exclusive video and stream access, prior and open lobbies, discounts, giveaways, and plenty more. Working towards 125 members. Once we get to that point, I'll be able to give you guys yet another emoji to use in chat. Also, the more members we do get, the more perks I'll be able to give at each level as well. So make sure you keep signing up, get those numbers up so I can give you guys more stuff as well. I appreciate everyone who continues to support the page with super chats, memberships, and just watching the videos and streams. It means a lot. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to get started. Hopefully we'll see you right off the bat with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order once again on the PS5, going 100% completion, hopefully all trophies and 100% collections as well. That'll be starting right away. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope I see you in there. Until then, let's hand things over to Knox Hill. Have a good one, guys.
Who's the man with the plan? If you feel trouble wild and wild on these violent and hit you 8,000. Wait a minute, hold that style is dialed in. Goddamn Billy Jack, we still riding tires flat. I hear them sirens, see shots flying, so we driving fire back. If they ain't vibing, lie with that. Got me dressed up in all black. What up? Hood up, and I see them haters try to run with us. They gon' need inhalers. Gotta breathe them hard just like Darth Vader. Players grab your respirators. Night invaders get lightsabered. Mask on for the shooters. Move like trash to bed intruder. Got that Glock and got them woofers. Just press play, I'll keep it moving. Who is Knox Hill, you damn fools? Keep it fresh like canned food. There ain't nothing we can't do, so tune into that damn kill. Yeah. It was never, ever a game.